Just like JoJo Siwa, I'm about to start repping like WNBA just to piss all the like people off. Like basketball, LeBron. I'm like, no, Caitlin Clark would whoop LeBron.
And that's
Hey, girl, you look great.
nice. You look pretty good.
Thank you so much. It's been interesting because since your article dropped, I gotta say, it has got all the buzz. If you
All
are
the buzz.
on X, if you're on Instagram, TikTok for the young kids, you know that Caitlin Clark is the Time Athlete of the Year. How has your 24 hours been since the articles dropped?
It's been awesome, and just the reaction. Obviously, people so excited.
She's super chill and humble because she's the baddest that ever was, and she's white, so all the black girls are hating on her because she takes it seriously. I think that a lot of people in the WNBA don't even take it seriously because there's not that many good athletes that they just kind of made it in there easily.
Not only about women's basketball, but about women's sports, and how excited and deserving, not only myself, but just women's sports as a whole, the year that we've had. And I've grown up a huge women's sports fan, whether it was basketball, whether it was soccer, whether it was volleyball, you go down the list. Like, I grew up loving it and watching it. So it's pretty special. Like, it doesn't really feel
Who
real.
was it? She was the woman of the year, and then Trump was person of the or man of the year or whatever. I think he was person of the year. Laughing at me? WNBA rules? I don't know, dude. I'm gonna watch it on stream though. I'm gonna fucking be the only guy watching WNBA. That'll be my niche.
That I get to be here, but an amazing honor.
She says that, but also like when she was 8 years old, she was writing down like, oh, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in the WNBA. Gregory did such a great job with the article, but it feels like over the last year, you've learned so much. Like, what are the things that have shaped you over the course of your first WNBA season, coming out of college and starting this professional career?
Well, it's been a crazy year. It's
Definitely
hard to
has.
think about. Like, I was basically just starting my senior year of college at this time last year.
Crazy.
And then I graduated. I missed my college graduation, got drafted here in New York City, basically moved right to Indianapolis, and basically start like a whole new chapter of your life instantly, and you don't really have much time to adjust. But lucky enough, I had a really great support system and family around, and I'm from the Midwest, so didn't take me too long.
Support systems matter regardless if you think they don't. I think my problem is a lot of people were really weird towards me. I had a very odd support system where it's like, oh, there's people, oh, I'm your friend, but you don't really fucking support me. You're not completely fucking there. And when I need you, you're actually, no one can find you. And when it all goes down, where are you? No one wanted to fight the battles. They want the clout, but they don't really want to be there when it all goes down. And the problem is a lot of people around here or from that I know have no experience in anything. No offense to them. It's just, so I had to go gain my own experience.
But this past year has just been amazing, and it's fun to reflect back and think about all the amazing things that.
Yo, what up, Bo? Wax Nation, stand up, motherfuckers. It's coming. Dude, since I've been able to get this streaming consistent, I'm on every day. This entire year, I'm going to have so many fucking hours, so many clips, so many videos on YouTube. This is the first year that I've had it set up and ready to go. And it's just going to go crazier. I'm trying to actually stream 8 hours a day and take 8 hours a day to edit too. Every fucking minute. Video. And get enough money to get editors and clippers and stuff like that. But it takes a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, the problem with it, why it wasn't consistent is OBS was fucking up. My internet wasn't good enough. My computer was slower. So I refreshed everything I got, cleared my computer, jacked up the internet. Now I'm paying double fucking internet. But it's what I have to do. My stream was cutting off. I didn't know how to do any of this shit, guys. I started watching YouTube 4 years ago. I was like homeless on the beach for the 10 years before that. I swear to God. Yes, I appreciate it. You're an OG.
And the people that I got to do it with, I think that's what's made it so special. Is I've had my family with me the whole time, my friends, amazing teammates, amazing coaches, and it wouldn't be possible without all of them. So just really fortunate.
Yeah, Caitlin is like one of the most humble people I know, because like when I tell you she's changed the game,
she's humble in front of people. She has a nice character, but behind doors, she's a monster.
The Atlanta Dream is the hometown team in Georgia. They usually play in an arena about 6,000 people. When Caitlin Clark came to town, they moved them to where the Atlanta Hawks play, which is like 20,000 people. It sold out because she was playing there.
Look at her. Oh.
The number of
I think she's actually doesn't know how to deal with all of it.
Indiana Fever fans I saw and young girls and the way they were lighting up. I mean, you have represented something so special for the sport, but you've drawn eyes to a game that you've always grown up loving. What does that mean to you?
You know, it's kind of hard for me to wrap my head around because I'm so focused and so competitive, and I love the game. I love playing. I love being in front of the fans. But over the course of probably the last 2.5 years, it's all kind of changed where, you know, it's hard to get a ticket whether we're at home or
Hate this opinion, but even though it's the beginning of it, her aura is like Kobe-like, where it's just business. It's just basketball. There's nothing outside of that.
whether we're on the road. And I don't want to say it's something you get used to because this hasn't been normal for women's sports, but it's becoming normal, and it's becoming what's going to happen for not only women's basketball, but every women's sport. It's going to be hard to get a ticket.
Claim it.
So I think for myself, like, it's special to see those young girls and those young boys that bring signs or are with their mom or dad or are with their friends. Like, that's a memory that they're going to share for forever. I remember my first WNBA game, one of the best memories of my childhood, and I think very influential in wanting to be a professional basketball player, wanting to be a great person, having those people to look up to and want to be like one day. So I just try to embody that every single day, and I feel like I have good perspective on, like, basketball isn't my everything. Like, yeah, I love it, and I get to do it, and it's given me a lot of really great opportunities, but at the same time, you know, win or loss, I feel like I try to be the same person.
She seems pretty stable.
What would you say? We've also seen like a boom in investment. You know, shout out Lisa, you want to come invest in the WNBA? We got you, girl. We can hook you up.
She wants to buy a team. Woo!
Yeah, come on through. Come on, girl. But why do you see that happening, one? But why do you think it's a good investment, two?
Well, I mean, I think just from the numbers standpoint and the stats, like, you see it. Also, I feel like we're just scratching the surface. Like, everybody asks me, like, where I think this is gonna go and what it's gonna be, and, like, I don't really have an answer because if you would have told people,
she's so new to it. I mean, she's still young. You'd climb that tree? Okay. Let's look at how tall she is. That's a good. How tall do you guys think she is? Oh, dude, she's only 6 foot. I guess, I mean, dude, I'm sure there's like some 6'5" women in there. Like, what would be the tallest woman in WNBA? 6'11", Hanzu. Shit.
this is where the WNBA is, you know, 5 years ago, you would have said this is where we're going to be now. People probably wouldn't have believed you because they never thought that was possible. They never thought people would buy tickets. They never thought we'd play on ABC. They never thought we'd be on ESPN. They never thought it would be sold out arenas or little kids wanted to wear WNBA jerseys, whatever it was. So I think it's hard to say where it's going to continue to grow. I think the smartest thing would be to get in now because the price is only going up.
The price is going up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And it's cool because, dude, she plays only a couple hours away from here.
That's all I got.
I'm going to rep it so hard because I'm from Indiana.
Honestly.
Price is going up. But you're so right. Even like maybe say 6 years ago where the Women's Basketball National Championship could only be caught on ESPN2 or ESPN, and now they're putting it on ABC on broadcast networks so everyone could see it in any home whether or not you have cable.
Yeah.
That's changed the game.
So my first year in college, the NCAA tournament was during COVID. It was the first year they didn't have whip around coverage where they actually aired an entire women's college basketball game in the NCAA tournament. That was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy to think about. And the Fever.
Yeah, they get a lot of hate. Probably because, you know, I've never watched a full WNBA game. Ever. I mean, what has there been to watch, you know? I don't know.
team that I play for now, like it was our 25th year. Like 25 years is not that long, and Title IX's only been a thing for 50 years. So if you think about that's
insane though, your first year and then they give you Woman of the Year. I mean, that can really fuck up your game. All that hype and praise right off the bat. You could go off track, but that's up to you. You know, that's a lot of praise, dude. How old is she? 20? No. She's like 23 or something.
it's not that long of time. So it's really just the beginning. So I'm excited about where it's going to continue to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 22.
You know, your announcement for Athlete of the Year, like tremendous, incredible positive feedback. That's what we've seen across the board. There's always going to be some negativity. And I feel like you have had to answer more questions than anybody about the intersectionality of race and gender and sexuality in sport because of just who you are, and you represent the growth of this thing. And even today, earlier today, Megyn Kelly, she was saying that you were apologizing for your white privilege and the fact that you wanted to uplift Black female athletes and make sure that they were getting the shine, kind of like your
Dude, it's not about white or Black privilege. She feels strangely guilty because everyone's giving her a hard time about it. She's just good. She puts everything into it.
pioneers were getting the
Oh, you're 22? Okay, cool. Nice. That's a good age. Stay focused.
shine that they deserved. And I just want to know how you feel or how you respond to some of those criticisms when you have to deal with something that it's really not your problem. Like, I feel like it's them looking in a mirror a little bit,
Yeah.
but it still comes down on your shoulders.
I feel like I always have had really good perspective on everything that's kind of happened in my life, whether that's been good, whether that's been bad. And then obviously coming to the WNBA, like I've said, I feel like I've earned every single thing that's happened to me over the course of my career. But also, I grew up a fan of this league from a very young age. Like, my favorite player was Maya Moore. Like, I know what this league was about. And like I said, like, it's only been around
It's like-
25 plus years.
Yeah, so she was at the beginning. She's been watching it her whole life. She knows. She's like the consequence of it all, of a good 25 quarter of a century, and she's the product of it.
So I know there's been so many amazing
The
Black
first real product.
women that have been in this league, and continuing to uplift them, I think, is very important. And that's something I'm very aware of. And like I said, like, I try to just be real and authentic and, you know, share my truth. And I think that's very easy for me. Like, I'm very comfortable in my own skin. And that's kind of been how it is my entire life.
Yes.
That's good. She had a good family. That's the product of a good family. That's why it's important. I don't care where you're from or what family you're from. You have the ability to create a good family environment, and that's up to you.
And you'll never be able to make everyone happy. And someone that knows
Facts.
that at the
I
age of
wish.
22, like, let's go.
I mean, I think I have good perspective on that. And like I said,
There's different maturities. She's been around. She's probably taking after her dad or something. Very solid, very stable. She seems mature, but I'm sure she hasn't ventured into this age of darkness, which really shows your maturity. You know?
said in the article, which turned out amazing. I thought it was great. I said, I feel like one of my best skills is just blocking things out. Like, I don't really, the only opinions I really care about.
That's huge. Think about how many times that you've been on a path and you got distracted by someone's comment or someone's feeling or what they said about this, and you're staying steady for a long time and you easily get thrown off. People try to throw you off. So just put the blinders on. There's nothing wrong with that.
Are the people that I love, my teammates, my coaches, the people inside of our locker room, the people that I see every single day, and I know have my best interests at heart too. So I think my best skill is just blocking out the noise, and hopefully it continues to be, because
so good.
with the way things are going and where the WNBA is going, you want that attention and you embrace it, and that's what makes this so fun.
Yeah. I'm just so thankful that you are the leader. Like, you are the chosen one in the future of the sport because of the
Yeah. She's not ratchet.
allyship, the truth.
It's something. There's nothing wrong with her, dude. She almost seems like she almost doesn't have like a zesty, sparkly personality, but that's okay. You don't have to be that. Stay grounded.
and the willingness to stand and say things if you have to. But I also think the nuance that you used in that article, and I hope everyone gets a chance to read it, was incredible.
Thanks.
How would you describe what's next for Caitlin Clark, coming off of a Rookie of the Year, coming off of breaking records? And I mean, there's so much, it seems like there's so much potential. Like I keep saying you're only 22, but I just wonder how that translates to you, what the future looks like.
Well, it's hard to say, and obviously I
For
am
real.
only 22, so
Yeah.
and like almost 23.
Yeah,
almost
stay
23.
grounded.
You can almost rent a car by yourself, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen.
Oh my
I don't know.
God,
Like I
dude.
said, I feel like I'm just scratching the surface of the things I want to accomplish. And, you know, I'm 22. I'm still figuring out life. I'm still figuring out where everything's going to go. And, you know, I love basketball, and basketball has brought me so many amazing things. And that will continue to be probably my first passion and everything that I enjoy. And hopefully once basketball ends, I can still find things that I'm really passionate about and can
I think you'll be fun.
do. Hopefully be an owner of a sports team one day, or open a restaurant. I don't know. Something fun.
They're
less
gassing her
stressful,
up. They've gassed her up so hard.
Maybe. Maybe a coffee shop or something. I don't know. I drink too much coffee, so maybe I could do that. But I don't
bet
know.
she's
mean,
never even drank one day in her life.
continuing to improve, and I think that was one of the biggest things about my rookie year is I felt like there were still so many areas for me to get better in, and as a competitor, that excites you. That makes you want to get better. It drives you to get better. So I've been enjoying a little bit of a break. I played basketball for literally a year straight. I played like 82 games. I didn't miss a game from college to the pros, which is basically an entire NBA season, and I didn't really come out of many games either. So it was long, but I'm very fortunate and grateful. But I feel like I can just continue to improve, and yeah.
How do you see kind of the impact that you're having on the game itself, especially the women's game? Like we see now more kids taking the shot, 30 feet out. Like you've come in and done something unique to the game that we
Just
haven't
like broke up the monotony.
seen. Can you
I love
describe
that.
what that is?
Yeah, I mean, I think
It's like I'm actually the only one that practices.
what people love the most is just the emotion that I play with. I think it's easy to connect with. I think they can feel that I'm real on the court. But also when I step off the court, like I try to be like very authentic and very genuine and make as much time.
The average WNBA player salary is $100,000 a year. That's a lot, but I don't know if it's that much to sustain a lifestyle like that.
For people as I can. Like I never want to big time anybody or whatever it is, because like I said, I was just that young girl that was screaming for
Truth.
an autograph, and that takes 10 seconds
Dude.
of somebody's
That she realizes to stay humble is great.
time. So try to do that as much as I can. But yeah.
It's actually funny. In the article, it mentioned that you would watch tape of your reactions. You had to like
Yeah.
calm down the competitive a little bit, just a little bit,
I think
right?
you learn a lot about yourself. Like it was kind of like a basketball psychology thing. Like
Okay.
everybody
Right.
wants to watch the actual basketball, but I think I was just like such a competitor. It's
Okay,
like, what
Kendrick,
are you
yeah.
doing in between the moments
Stay humble. Sit down.
of the basketball that is going to help you get a little bit of an advantage? And I think it's not probably a way a lot of people approach a sport, whether it's basketball or football or whatever it is, but I think it's really important, and you learn a lot about yourself.
What would you say you've learned about yourself this year?
She's like a robot, man.
Oh gosh, that's a good question.
AI.
I think probably like just that you can achieve your dreams. Like this is something I always dreamed of. Maybe I didn't dream it on this.
It's crazy though, because I can remember when I was 22. If everything was handed to me at 22, it's like, what would I have learned? For real. It seems personally very young for this height of status.
Magnitude of being here at this event with time. I didn't really write that down, but obviously, I was always somebody that dreamed and wanted to achieve things, and my parents never told me, you can't. It was always like, go try. Like they probably knew at times I would fail, but they let me fail, and I think that taught me a lot of lessons about myself and about just life in general. And I think that's helped me become the woman I am, the basketball player I am, and hopefully the leader I am, and just continuing to grow in that.
Yeah, every single athlete has like a moment of failure or a couple of them that they remember.
Sure.
Usually
sure.
you remember the losses more than you do the wins.
Yeah.
What are some of the failures?
Hey,
that
that is interesting. Those losses in your life like leave such scars. Those are pivotal moments. Wins sometimes are like Fun. It almost is like you get caught up in the excitement and miss the point of it. You almost forget your past. With a loss, you have to reflect deeply, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Caitlin Clark, who she is.
I would say probably one of my biggest failures in my basketball career. So I was 16 and I made the Olympic or the junior national team for the U16 team. And then I came back the next year to try out and I actually got cut. So I made it the year before and then I came back the next year and I got cut. I didn't play very well and I didn't deserve to be on the team. And I think it was like a good moment to like look in the mirror and like just assess yourself and find ways to get better. And I think that really motivated me. And I came back at 17 and I made the U19 team. So helped me get better, helped me learn a lot about myself. And then I think in college, we got upset at home in the NCAA tournament to Creighton. It was like one of the probably the biggest upsets on the women's side in the NCAA tournament because we were hosting. We had a sold out crowd. We were a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament and we lost at home. And that was pretty bad. And honestly, I tell a lot of people after that, my junior and senior year, we went on to go to the Final Four both years. I don't think my sophomore year, if we wouldn't have got upset at home, I don't know if we have that type of success. I think it taught us a lot about ourselves and taught me a lot and kind of puts a little fire in your belly to get better and want to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah, and along the way, I know that
Hey, thanks for the follow. What the fuck, bro? 12.
that you've met
Such funny ass names.
so many people and you've talked about the young women before, but are there some encounters or interactions that have stuck with you over time?
Oh gosh, that's a good one. I think like there's a lot of things that just really put life into perspective, whether it's somebody that is sick or a young kid that was in the hospital and their one request was to come watch your game and come courtside and get to meet you. And that takes 2 minutes of your time and that's going to make their entire life. Or whether it's the people that have signs that say, I've traveled from Canada or wherever it is, they've traveled miles and miles, spent a lot of money to have 2 hours where they're probably never going to interact with you and just are watching you on a court. I'd always try to remind myself of that going into a game is like people are spending a lot of time, money, and resources to come here and like enjoy this experience.
See, that's the difference between people that are just self-serving. Oh, I'm famous. They're thinking about other people. This is compassion, even when good things happen. Having empathy for your struggles to even get there. And what the work you had to put in. Empathy on a positive note is pretty big. It's not all about you.
With you, like I like to say, like I feel like I'm an entertainer at times. Like I try to put on a show.
She is an entertainer
and make it fun for everybody. But I think that's like the young girls and the young boys. Like that's what it's all about. Like it's those people that get to see you and get to believe in something. I think that's what's really special.
Well, you're really special. We're thankful that you believed in yourself to make it to this moment. The change that Caitlin Clark is making right now. We're just lucky
the WNBA.
And blessed to be able to watch it. Honestly,
I think I don't know when preseason is.